On behalf of our superintendent, Dr. Cindy Bennett, and the Vance County Schools Boards of Education, I'm excited to welcome you to the Vance Virtual Village Academy Class of 2023 graduation. As we prepare to celebrate our graduates, we would like to thank you for choosing to share this day with us. Additionally, we would like to remind you of the importance of this day in the lives of our students and families. To ensure that all of our families and guests enjoy our commencement ceremony, we ask that all disruptions and/or distractions are avoided. We appreciate your cooperation in keeping our ceremony dignified and memorial. Please stand and remain standing as our marshals prepare our graduates for the processional. Thank you for continuing to stand. We will now have the posting of colors by the North Carolina 81st Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard. Following the posting of colors, we will remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by Mrs. Cynthia Nemica, our V3A marshals, our V3A teacher. Marshals, please move to your seats, and gentlemen, please remember to remove your hats.
Post colors. Present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the Rockies red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Forward march. Forward march.
Please be seated. We are privileged to have several honors guests joining our ceremony today. Please allow me to introduce our guests and recognize them as they stand when their name is called. Our Vance County Schools leadership, Dr. Cindy Bennett, Vance County Schools Superintendent. Dr. Destiny Ross Putney, Chief Officer of Instruction and Innovation. Mr. John Suker, Chief Officer of Finance. Mr. Kevin Perdue, Chief Officer of Operations. Mr. Ray Horner, Chief Officer of Student Support Services. Mrs. Marsha Abbott, Chief Officer of Technology. The Vance County Schools Board of Education, Mrs. Gloria J. White, School Board Chairperson. Mr. Randy M. Oxendine, School Board Vice Chairperson. Mr. Edward B. Wilson, District 4. Dr. Omega T. Perry, District 6. Will all V3A faculty and staff, VCS principals, and district staff who are present please stand to be recognized. If we have any additional city or county officials or dignitaries present, please stand at this time to be recognized. We are very thankful that you all joined us today. We will now have Ms. Jalea Powell, class of 2023, come forward to give a brief introduction of our guest speaker.
Good morning. Dr. Destiny Ross Putney is the Chief Officer of Instruction and Innovation for Vance County Schools. She began her educational career in 2008 at Northern Vance High School as a math teacher, cheerleading coach, and advisor for students against destructive decisions. She has served Vance County Schools in various leadership capacities. As a proud graduate of Vance County Schools, Ross Putney went on to earn her Bachelor's of Science in Math Education and Master's in Education and Instructional Technology from North Carolina State University. She also earned her Doctorate of Education and Educational Leadership from High Point University. Ross Putney is the wife of State Attorney Michael Putney Jr. and mother of her 3 children, Kristen, Mackenzie, and Michelle. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Destiny Ross Putney.
Good morning. Thank you, Ms. Powell, for that introduction, and thank you, Dr. Perry, for inviting me to be a part of such a memorable and special moment for you graduates. Huskies, I won't be before you too long, but I would just like to share with you all of the reasons why and how I love graduation and graduation season. As Ms. Powell shared with you guys, I was a high school math teacher at Northern Vance. So naturally, teachers were required to come to graduation ceremonies. So of course, I attended a few and I enjoyed them very much. But it wasn't until the graduation of maybe 2012 or 2013 that I actually experienced what it was like behind the scenes, helping the graduates get ready, helping them put on their gowns and their stoles, telling them what side their tassels are supposed to go on, to then lining them up and leading them out towards the field. Hearing all of the excitement and even the nervousness in their voices as they spoke about the things that they were going to miss, I don't know, it was just the energy in the air. It was indescribable, yet it was unforgettable. So after that year, I made it my business to volunteer to help assist with any of the graduation prep for any of our schools, regardless of their size. So because of my vast experience, I would like to give you, the graduating class of 2023, a little preview of the things to come after today's ceremony. I'll also include a couple of tips for you guys and ways in which you can handle them. So the first thing to expect is the state of being celebrated and congratulated. Whether your family has planned a ceremony or a gathering like a graduation cookout or a dinner, or maybe you're low key where you just said, give me my cards, give me my money, and let me go be with my friends. One thing for certain, if and when your mom, your dad, or your grandparents post your graduation pics on Facebook, it is going to be flooded with likes and comments of congratulations. Of course, you're going to have the congratulations from your family and your friends, but you'll also get some from the friends and the coworkers of your parents. Maybe in those comments, there will be complete strangers like me, because anytime someone in graduation regalia comes across my timeline, I'm always sure to love it and to comment congratulations under it. So regardless of the ways in which you will be celebrated and congratulated after today, I want to say to you this: soak it all in and really be present in this moment. You only graduate from high school one time in your life, and this is that time for each of you. It is truly worthy to be celebrated. The second thing that may come is going to be a mix of emotions. It may not happen immediately. Some people say it happens the Monday after graduation. From the excitement and the relief that you're officially done with school, to maybe even feelings of sadness and angst because you're uncertain about where you're going next. Soon you guys will be in new places with new people. You'll have to develop new routines and a new way of being. So to that, I have a couple of tips. First, acknowledge and embrace your emotions, or as some people would say, feel your feels. Your feelings are valid, they are real, and they are more common than you would think. The second thing I would say is embrace the unknown. Graduation marks the beginning of new adventures and opportunities for you, so embrace that uncertainty that may come with it. Know that it is okay not to have everything figured out right now. The third thing I would say is to seek support from family, friends, mentors, or coaches, people who can give you guidance and support during this transitional period for you. If you don't have a support system, create one. If you already have a support system, create another one that is relative to where you're going next. Where do you find people who could possibly be in your support system? Well, you can start by going through the comment section of your family's Facebook graduation posts of you. You can reach out to people like, hi, Ms. Frazier, I'm Brandon's son. I see that you went to Shaw University and I'm attending there in the fall. I just wanted to know what your experiences was like and if you have any advice for me. You can also say, hi, Mr. Gregg. I just graduated from high school and I'm looking to start working at the distribution center or the glass plant. I was wondering if you could help me with getting started in that process. There are so many people out here who are willing to help us if we would just reach out to them and ask. The final thing that may come, which probably have already started for you guys, is just being questioned. People will ask you things like, how does it feel to be done? Or are you going to school? If you are going to school, what are you going to major in? Are you going into the workforce? You plan on staying here or are you leaving Henderson? But there is one question that I heard a couple of years ago at a graduation ceremony. A mother said to her son, I am so proud of you. Are you proud of yourself? I like that question so much because it was so powerful. So from every graduation after that, I would then ask graduates, are you proud of yourself? Of course, I would receive a few sincere yeses. Kids were truly proud of that moment. But I will be honest, the majority of students were really nonchalant about whether or not they were really proud to be graduating from high school. What I come to realize is that most of them felt like this was just a given, like everybody's supposed to get up and go to high school and graduate, or they felt like it was just bound to happen. So they didn't really associate a lot of pride to that. They were happy, yes, but they weren't really proud of that moment. What this reminded me of was when I was in high school and I was going out to get my driver's license. I was very nervous about the test because all of my friends and even my older sister kept saying how many times they had to keep going back to retake the test because they would miss it by a few points. Now, I was a bookworm and I knew how to take a test, so it wasn't that part that I was afraid of. I was actually afraid of the driving part of the exam because anytime people would drive up beside me or drive up behind me, I would always clam up. And I also was petrified of merging onto highway traffic. So the day of my driving test, we got out on the road. It wasn't a lot of cars out at all. I came up here to Pinkston Street. I did my 3-point turn. Then I got on Route 1 and we headed to Manson. Once I got back, they did say, you have passed both the written part of the exam and also the driving part. If somebody would have asked me that day, was I proud of myself for being able to pass it on the first try, I probably would have given the same nonchalant answer of like, yeah, I guess I'm proud. But deep down, I knew that I hadn't been tested in the areas in which I really wanted to master. So you know what I did from that point? Whenever my mother would send me up the street to go and get food or something like that, it only was supposed to take about 3 or 5 minutes, I would make it my business to head all the way across town to Dabney Drive, just so I can get used to having a car beside me, and a car in front of me, and a car behind me. Sometimes I would even hype myself up to try to get on and off of I-85, just so I can overcome my fear of merging in and out of traffic. My ultimate goal was to be able to take on something like Capitol Boulevard. And let me tell you guys, once I finally was able to do that, that was when I was really, truly proud of myself. So I shared that to say, your proud moments will come from the goals that you set for yourself and the persistent ways in which you go about achieving them. In closing, I want to share that when thinking about what I was going to say to you guys as your graduation message, I asked myself, what message would I needed to have heard 20 years ago when I was graduating from Northern Vance? And these are the exact things that would have helped me. 1, be present and take in these moments of being celebrated and congratulated. 2, acknowledge my feelings, embrace the uncertainty, and seek out support from the people who can help me where I'm going. And 3, create goals for myself, whether big or small, and be consistent in taking the necessary steps to achieve them. So to that, B3A graduates, I offer my heartfelt congratulations to each of you. May you go forth and accomplish the things that will make you proud of yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ross Putney, for that inspiring message. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Jordan Jones, class of 2023, for her to share a farewell address to her fellow graduates.
Hi, good morning. I just want to thank everyone for coming out today and congratulate everyone as well. Good afternoon, friends, family, teacher, faculty, and last but not least, the class of 2023. Today is an ending and a beginning, a celebration of all our achievements and hard work. Today, as we transition into the next phase of our lives, I think it's important that we talk about change. Change is something that's always going to happen in our lives, and I think it's important that we embrace it. Throughout our high school journey, we have all developed significant change. We've learned new skills, developed new interests, and discovered our strengths and weaknesses. But we've all experienced some setbacks, disappointments, and moments of doubt. However, the way we embrace and handle these changes will make all the difference. We've learned to take risks when needed, to challenge ourselves, and explore new ideas as we grow. We should embrace the fact that change has its uncertainties, and we should always trust in ourselves and our abilities. Today, I truly believe we all have the power to shape and direct our change. We can choose to take risks, explore opportunities, explore our passions, new skills, and just learn to take risks. We should step out of our comfort zones and enjoy the little things. The only limits we have to our growth and potential are the ones that we place upon ourselves. Moving on into the next chapter of our lives, we should remember the importance of embracing change. Always trust in yourself and your abilities, be confident in your choices, and most of all, embrace the uncertainties of change. In conclusion, I would like to congratulate all of us here today as we start our journey. Remember, change is not something that should be feared. Instead, it should be embraced. Let's all remember to be courageous, open-minded, and curious as we embark upon our journey. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Thank you, Jordan. Now for the time that we've all been waiting for, the presentations of diplomas. Before we begin, I ask that we remember that each graduate and his or her respective family deserves the right to clearly hear their graduate's name when called. We know you are excited and we are excited as well. However, we want all families and guests to enjoy this milestone. We ask that you remain in your seats as the graduates receive their diplomas. To ensure your memories are captured, the district has provided a professional photographer for today's event. We will notify you when those photos are available on the VCS website. Thank you in advance for adhering to our request. Marshals, please prepare graduates to receive their diplomas. As the marshals prepare our graduates, I would like to welcome Dr. Cindy Bennett and Mrs. Gloria White to join in presenting of the diplomas to the class of 2023.
Joshua Alexander. Intisar Faisal Ismail Amantasir. Savion Richard Alston. Graciela Banagas Diaz. Holly Luyana Brown. Kiana Lachey Burton. Zayaja Monet Harris. Zanaja Henderson. Kanye Omarion Holden. Jordan Samaya Jones. Kylie Lauren Newhouse. Kanaja Monet Perry. Jalea Jarrell Powell. Charlena Ashe Small. Tristan Jacob Taylor. Kayla Renee Whitaker. Courtney J. Wilson.
At this time, we will present the candidates for graduation and confer the diplomas for the members of the class of 2023. Will the class of 2023 please rise? Inasmuch as each of you have met the requirements for your high school diploma as specified by the North Carolina State Board of Education, by the Vance County Schools Board of Education, and by the authority vested with me by those agencies, I hereby declare you as graduates of Vance Virtual Village Academy. tassel from right to left. This has truly been a momentous occasion. Parents and guests, as our marshals assist our graduates and distinguished guests out of the auditorium, we ask that you please stand and remain in your row as the recessional occurs. Once the recessional ends, our marshals will assist families out to the Garbo Garden on your left, where you will meet your graduates. Marshals, please prepare the graduating class of 2023 and our distinguished guests for the recessional.